moko the man and on after game ye bisa Conor Gallagher say Adiana who from a small boy no or John was saying or say oh any papa him what the club means to people like a small boy now would they placard by and what they have to do is that they have to change their level because they will show a game in the mono or see them play or say and now one of the worst days I want know about Chelsea no why experience. They say a Chelsea team na acquire a 𝐒𝐏𝐬𝐄 team. Chelsea is 𝐒𝐏𝐬𝐄. It is 𝐒𝐒𝐏𝐬𝐄 ni wa omuntimi nhegu ehye Chelsea for bebre pa 𝐒𝐒𝐏𝐬𝐄 be pra be 6 months we got refi and that is a Chelsea team no jija and they didn't look like a team that could score goals without a 𝐒𝐒𝐏𝐬𝐄. Yes, the Ebede Mauricio Pochettino one shot. Yes, a project that Chelsea for also, but I'm sure that you wouldn't consign Apamono as Chelsea manager. And now Mauricio Pochettino so to 2 be the man in the players pa was say na game in the ma as team share 5 they say their players give up after a second goal no na just obi able to obi jai oh the BCVNC or say mo et players no o mo hwe na sa suban no wo mo nsesa. AC Milan woman forward Olivier Giroud and Ababeto Jasa Brante no season be we ya or in any the Major League Soccer wako sign ama Los Angeles Football Club for a 2.5 million a 1 year no sign contract in 2025. Liverpool and so era Ababeto just say Abrante Diogo Jota as in preview, so he will be out for 2 weeks. Former Manchester United striker Dwight York and I would a foot to be a man a former club or say a bear can a former club no mumbura a year Crystal Palace I swear your players me no be honum. Ah, we mukita be 80 million. We mubitimenya sa 2 players no. Players be ya or say Abrante Eberechi Eze and Michael Olise or say Sam Brante me or say Manchester United. Emia wo money pa no mutimi sign omo for Sam Brante they offer something a year unique. Find manager a friend and his slot and an Idiaba Betoja for a potential move to Liverpool. Yes, so we call Netherlands and then put him with your friend the Dutch Pep Guardiola. The Dutch Pep Guardiola. nti yesi wono so Liverpool adwuma no ne din aba obetima fa adwuma no. Rio Ferdinand you say it will be a crime to sack Mauricio Pochettino after just one season. Arsenal and Man City so yes more player be who player be Bruno Guimaraes one only player teams me no no Bruno Guimaraes o see kind Newcastle. He's a defensive midfielder. As you said here, you see two teams no go head to head for his services after the season. Callum Wilson episode free a year Newcastle Crystal Palace for any abre senka womu peno but womu coach a year the Newcastle coach Eddie Howe Eddie Ababe to just say Abrante ne ko ebe ha omo papa Unai Emery so extending the contract e wa Aston Villa to 2027. Jose Mourinho say a support any truster a Manchester United and penny for area Martin Hagano or no Mourinho or who we nyasa support on ka the obey no a bebroso. So obey do I will not the same support. Hana me be cinema ma bedwa fo abem WhatsApp line very active 0506 367 196 0506 367 196. Nanedo, good morning.
Good morning, Mutala. Apome
nyame adomo
enra enembre no ye say good football at the every stadium. The reason why I make us say a lot of goals in the bus are given them. Now, I did back when I realized it before say even if Mauricio Pochettino bet you so, and there will be a new coach. They should work on the Chelsea players. And first half I'm sure no. Then your first half and then Chelsea lose. Arsenal won then back here in the second half. But Chelsea fans were not clinical enough. Me who say DJ Druba outreach about Nicola Jackson. On your own. Owejumaye. If still opportunity were in the boost of Chelsea. No yes started here. Owejumaye. Imagine to me say the absence of Cole Palmer was felt in the game. But I don't think Senka best be here song. It was not asking our team where to get the maximum 3 points. No more 3 machine. That was the most important thing they came on the field to do. And I'm making sure say all more year to perfection. Madueke with Carlo Medrich from the flanks, Nicola Jackson up front. Ama Conor Gallagher, Enzo Fernandez, and Moise Caicedo are ordinary players to do in the Chelsea team. Nipa konema pass now wo no. They make it the pass and assist because you scored. But immediately from all the dirty job in the midfield, Now, when to make a good use of it, it makes the player ordinary. Then they see, you can see right from the Chelsea place here. The only people are up to the task, Chelsea standard. They are made for this.
I know why I said only Enzo.
Medigala have a count. Me, those 3 players no mobile midfield ni free wa. Mutala, the rest of the Chelsea players, I may not even guarantee them starting place. A team like even Aston Villa. I may not even guarantee them starting place. A team like Newcastle. I may not even guarantee them a starting place. A team like West Ham. Now me about a team like Tottenham and the rest. For Arsenal, for Liverpool, for Chelsea, I'm on the next level. For Man City, I'm on the next level. In teacher Chelsea, person we do my power with team no one. No wonder, and there are several reports say they could even sacrifice Mauricio Pochettino. Team no do my, to be honest. Manchester are impressed about the 2 central defenders. Disasi Badiashile. And before say Chelsea team no Juma. And their style of play. Emma 𝐋𝐈𝐕𝐄 in the in the first half he could have scored. Even in the second half he could have scored another goal in addition to the 2 goals not saying. So Chelsea as a football club. Ebia Chelsea in the last 20 years, and they would understand the team that they are playing. Mumfama do Kebin ko Everton. Na mumfama Bukaro Modric bi, enko Brentford bi. Disasi Badiashile. Mumfama nkofa Crystal Palace bi. And yes, idea level na me some of these teams need be air for Froko over the Premier League no. Chelsea as a football club, it will Jumaye. And now, after some of the players were even being, they want to be careful on the day. Gabriel, we must also be careful because they have a crucial game this weekend against Tottenham. Bukayo Saka, one of the players, also be careful. By Chelsea players, aim to man standard this Arsenal team. Now an Arsenal team. And one of the best games I mean who said Tomiyasu and Ben White aye abo. One of the best games I mean who's on mobile and Ra. They did everything possible to put a stop to the Chelsea wing play. So me was a mad weekend down and hosa so. On to me for one and where matters most. And I said the work of Ben White and Tomiyasu. Masha's not team this particular season. Mutala, I think they are best 11 in the team this season. Then no more start saying no. And no more first 11 no. I am my best first 11 now. Omanya this particular season.
Oh, best Omanya.
Yes. The David Raya, Ben White, Tomiyasu, Gabriel. Saliba, Thomas Partey, Odegaard, Declan Rice, Bukayo Saka, Trossard, and 𝐋𝐈𝐕𝐄. Martin Dempster, as it stands now, this is the best players to start for Arsenal.
But do you think if Kopama was there, the scoreline would have changed? Chelsea beat my Arsenal.
Maybe they could have scored.
I think they could have scored, but not to win the game.
Winning the game, no.
Because prior to the game, Coach Kai, so on the idea of Shane so be winning the game because they still want to catch up and play European football. So
they can win. Before I end that game, we send them a message. We say say Chelsea to Misha 7-0 la. I'm about to say 6 or 7th.
I'm to be 7-0.
Yeah. Now the way as someone would say me, we say now possible. In the Arsenal team here, there is no team in the world but match Arsenal for. Arsenal team that be this season. No. There is no team in the world but match Arsenal 4 unanswered goals. There is no team in the world. And then the message now I was like, now I said I should be. So Mutala, Arsenal, and there the almost first 11 was the best I mean with this particular season. Because over said this particular season, I said it didn't get struggle. Gabriel Jesus struggle.
Yeah.
Martinelli, Oko injury by and the forming the same. That is why one of their best players this is Mabel Trossard. And I'm happy for another performer or be a goal and Musa Samato Chelsea. And imagine him say among the front players for Arsenal, he's the most clinical. Abantana friend Trossard. Meaning say, if you among front share for money share the kakra. Among Arsenal front men, he's the most clinical. So if there's an opportunity for them to score, the chances near higher than any of the front players. I think he's a better goal scorer than Bukayo Saka. He's a better goal scorer than Kai Havertz.
Why Trossard?
Yeah.
When you only the best goal scorer you have.
Inti minima de Kuntiana Ateta, everybody have only confidence in starting him. Your match be or Otuba second half to prove something. But the next game now Ateta some bench review. Inti na kwa say Abrante ni ma de bi obetu my year a best coach no ni. Sana to start story ni sitie. Inti and now added to the numbers no. I think that this particular season on say 15 goals now he's close to.
He's in all competition and answer.
Yes, in all competition. Arsenal players are also be as 20 plus.
No, he scored 10 goals in the league. Trossard.
Yeah.
Just the league alone was 10. But Arsenal top scorer in the league is Bukayo Saka.
So no can do 15.
There will be 14 goals.
He's the next right. So this time what he got goals in this done by now. Martinelli goals in so done by.
Okay, hey, there you Kai Havertz 11. Bukayo Saka 14. Kai Havertz 11, Trossard 10.
Kai Havertz in the league. Oh, then I thought you why in the so in the Premier League, Arsenal.
By Valen and Chelsea Twitter page, no. Game Ben and no play no. Trossard share no. Omo to Trossard gives Arsenal the lead. Kai Havertz share no. Omo to say Arsenal score again. Ben White share no. Omo to say Ben White scores for Arsenal. Kai Havertz share almost say Ghana's out to their lead. Almost person be Kai Havertz deal pages.
Oh. And man said many and Gia dear be home.
They are there
celebration.
Now Sunday Chelsea Jan the there so be celebrate. Chelsea fans had to be man on the so wanya de wasa. Oba Arsenal mpono. Chelsea fans were still trolling him. Say they've got his system million.
Now one guy, how do you see Kai Havertz in Arsenal?
Oh, he's doing well. I think as Arteta is.
Have you seen the Liverpool thing Kai Havertz in Arsenal?
Yeah, Arteta is getting the best out of him. Kai Havertz no yet out and out number 9. So you always need someone. I will be creative space amomo. I should say Trossard, Mone, Saka mono. So he's doing well.
The best position here then.
Kai Havertz is more for number 10.
Number 10, so say 10 for you.
Yeah. The best position will be feeling we number 10.
But the boy always saying I'm saying number 10.
The Binaka the better wing. Oh yeah, that second striker, play him as a second striker, Nepo Bicano. But Arteta is getting the best out of him. And celebration in the I knew he was going to celebrate. It's
because of this club that you are having Champions League medal.
Me will say 𝐒𝐏𝐿 no. Ono so who is saying you treating no obe free okra.
Omo treating really bad.
Yes wasa. Now the way Chelsea turn no. Kai Havertz didn't say he was leaving Chelsea. He was booted out of the club. So I say one case of person free Chelsea. He was sold because he felt he wasn't good enough. And to say, Mason Mount, Mason Mount is different. Mason Mount was offered a new contract.
No, no one sign.
No one sign because he felt the terms were not.
Now, Jorginho, the Chelsea now the Jana.
Jorginho can have it more. Yeah, Jaumo Quaiso Monko. And about Arsenal, the Chelsea fans were trolling him mostly on Mr. Chancer. Social media, mostly all winning now. They are with their phones. They see all.
I didn't say, the shape of this Arsenal team has brought the best out of 𝐒𝐏𝐕𝐄. And I think that the way competition be any up front, will be opportunity be add something to the team. No, it's good for Arteta.
Should they still go for an out-and-out striker?
That one they need it.
And what becomes of 𝐒𝐏𝐕𝐄?
And you see another problem. A Honda we a good manager. Now, how you manage all these things when they come to your team? Already, you see, they didn't get any playing time. May I sure say striker hope for about Bernard Johnson Beko. The same as 𝐒𝐏𝐻𝐒 𝐏𝐾𝐂𝐊. But 𝐒𝐏𝐻𝐒 is an advantage. I want to say, ultimately, pick from not coaches in the prefer from the wings. So you can even bring in a striker and still 𝐒𝐏𝐻𝐒 could start. On another advantage, the war much more than some of these players in the team. 𝐒𝐏𝐕𝐄 so to the idea, coach in bit must have number midfield ho. About your 3-man midfield. And see another option now. Coach in bit me from some of these players. Now let's come to the midfield. That is where Ghana for any Jenny Baby in our Mutala. A Thomas Partey's second start in the year. And then their game against Luton Town was started. And was start against Chelsea. And I think the best performance this particular year, Ayendra. That 70 minutes now Thomas Partey did on the field of play. Actually, the reason why they do baby now man for say he's the best number 6 in the game.
Is he really a number 6?
And you were debating say on no bar, him for the Declan Rice ball.
Yeah.
And the Declan Rice ball more of the Granit Xhaka role. Okoba. Now Partey says
the Chelsea the Arsenal didn't need Jorginho. No money Jorginho. They needed Partey style, no, someone that would send the ball forward. So what I say, someone that can
break you.
Someone that can carry the ball because I Chelsea. And now what I said,
Partey what advantage you say or protect it?
Yeah.
Or tackle or pass the wall. No, start to tear balls.
And that's all what I said.
Oh, Charlie. Chelsea team number said a very ordinary player.
Oh.
This is a player, and I'm a force or enter any team or be command the first 11. Said you know. And I said any team I had and then Arsenal or Liverpool.
Mostly Nkoye said you know.
Enzo, are you ordinary player?
Yeah.
Enzo, why ordinary player? I was happy to see Thomas Partey. He brought the best out of Odegaard and then Declan Rice. And Ben White scoring 2 goals in the game. The second goal, the no akasa bisana one tiasi.
But see, every goal is a goal.
And the pass from Martin Odegaard was crucial. Abrante no he will play as one of the best number 10s in the game.
Why?
Odegaard no.
He's one.
Or enjoy good football.
No, he's one of the best number 10s.
And the reason why I enjoy more is say we Arsenal the free one. The rest of the big teams that were Europe Ninia are occupied with number 10. Madrid was number 10. About the bimbo.
So I want him to be Leham.
Oh, that be. Madrid can't no go.
And someone who free.
I doubt over free Arsenal aqua team in England so. I doubt.
Odegaard.
And you're likely.
No, I'm.
Take back as a city be my family replace De Bruyne.
Oh no.
And you're happy. This time Arsenal no so who say we do level no so this teams they compete.
Now Arsenal is rising again, playing UEFA Champions League consistently.
That time na enko ye na. City Ras and Akafa Bakai Sanya and a guy clicked
because Champions League. Champions League are now movie. So City winning titles, playing Champions League. Definitely, the player will leave.
But you see, they don't win.
Oh, see, I know. No one compete. We are main contenders.
And Mutala, I think say Arsenal has been the best team in England this season.
In England,
yes.
In terms of
what do you say? Almost keeping clean sheets. 6 more games than any other team. Yeah. And yet, ordinary so we keeping clean sheets. SEO 6 more. And our record no kwana sasu yefe. They don't really consider we. No sasu boom. So it is something I'm forced a summon up say. And you see them be Arsenal and the Premier League now. A lot of people will be disappointed. Me who say man for
this season Arsenal and the league now.
A lot of people will be disappointed.
No, so they bet you know.
Say you man. Who say omo to me pass weekend test now.
Omo na wine.
Tottenham. And not one day they will be Tottenham.
Who knew they me who know? Well, okay, we'll be honest in your who know. I don't see Arsenal. I don't see Arsenal being the problem. I'm not looking at Arsenal being the problem.
Maybe I see winning games in here.
Games now can Arsenal beat me winning.
But City is what winning.
I don't need some. I want to some no one. So maybe share City rather.
Arsenal Man U boy
or Man U boy. And the only big game of a ball. That's what I'm not about Man U. Away. So to me, 6 points from there. I'm not looking at Arsenal. I'm looking at
City. I'll drop a point. In next was say 3 more Champions League.
Yes, with 3 more Champions League. The only trophy are fighting.
Well, the pressure be able to beat Brighton. So no.
And Brighton are not great now.
Yeah,
that is the problem.
But we can that game no more Nottingham Forest. We are not saying that yet. A difficult match City.
Yeah, but City upper title Ajay.
Not time, yeah, dumb. So, I must say on the game, no, I was happy to see so much party, and we added a lot to the Arsenal team. I don't think even against Tottenham, Papa Bernard just saw some benching view.
There be, and right, his display merits a position in the
against Tottenham. No, only Georgio who is starting.
Who started Thomas Partey.
Every time was a sound that I imagine him say, Coach, now you're convinced about what you want to see. Time we need free money.
Yeah.
Who say you had said here, or man a chance. Now, all rested Georgia. Can be Thomas Patobo do you know, or man away because may rested Georgia for the weekend game. By time we need imagine him say, or you appear to protect him for the next game.
The kind of midfielder a year Tottenham Kutano, you need someone like Thomas Partey to go ahead. Head to head with Yves Bissouma.
And Senegalese.
Papi, sir. Yves Bissouma no problem nankasa.
Arsenal bet you mate.
No, enter make us you need Thomas Partey in that game. You don't need a Omoko.
I will not be surprised on your change beer from the first 11 starting round.
The only problem is that it's a derby game. The only problem for Arsenal is that it's a derby game. Derby games.
Rough be now a red card. We are saying game no.
Derby games. Akoma was throw. So it's hard and I say. And Tottenham will always want to get the better of Arsenal. Arsenal will always want to get the better of Tottenham. But Arsenal form no one. If they play what they played against Chelsea, now Tottenham do not. Tottenham be go. So ni bizarre.
Many people say or Chelsea 3 goals. No, quote Chelsea. Still Arsenal 5.
Or Chelsea 3 goals. And of course Chelsea and Arsenal share the 5. It was on the community. Cup near Cassie Tom. Charlie, not as only bet to be able to. No, we only bet to be able to.
What is that? But team to score 3 or more. And not the other horse in the Sacran and don't call crack we do.
Hey, and we only bet to be able to watch a team 3 goals. I'm actually 5. Only bet view. Just forget about it.
It was a nice game and yeah, witness here.
Could the scoreline have been more?
Oh yes, I bet my more. But changes, no, Emma, some of these players will last because of the weekend game. And now we will say Gabriel nkoye prakakra na Arsenal for AM shop kakra because area bia omo time change
omo ni personnel papa bia o
central defense one it should tell you say going into the next season no area bia omo touch
o say Ben White me ball
Ben White say them say 2 na year there.
But how do you think of the form of Martinelli? What is happening to him?
Injury no oba pick up when we could enough rest abe starting new pre-season. It happens in football.
Because in a success,
Martinelli,
Ħ'Ketia doesn't need to stay at Arsenal next season.
Oh, are
he would never be a starter at Arsenal.
Oh, are
oh, Ħ'Ketia.
Oh, a good goal scorer.
No, he will never be a starter at Arsenal. In
you think it's time I saw Sana against Obama Ghana?
I hope the main show the peso or you be on ye.
And now you're pump board, we must do Mikapa Nebraho party.
Yeah, but my problem is he will never be a starter at Arsenal in his life.
Oh,
and does he want to play second fiddle too? He will
never.
He will never be a starter. Ħ'Ketia is not a bad player, but clubs know how you need something extra to be a starter, to be the first choice striker. Obi kita Erling Haaland, Obi kita Diogo Jota. Thought they make that say.
Ħ'Ketia would always only Watkins be right.
Yeah, Ħ'Ketia would always be like a squad player, and he will never get to a point where Arsenal say he's our main striker going into the season. No.
Enough of the Arsenal issue.
Yeah.
Just quick one on the championship.
Okay.
And there's a Leicester for 1 year 3. Is there how many games?
I think normally 24, so they are playing
24. Then they will play about
46.
40. It's about 42, 43.
Yeah.
They got 2 games.
They say Omabo 44 games.
They got 2 games.
Yeah.
Now team back on over how much no saying and right. Southampton.
Yeah.
So Southampton episode qualify for playoffs.
Yes, he said the race as to who secures top spots, no.
The first 2 no many automatic qualification. Ipswich, Leeds United,
Derby
and Leicester.
See, acquire title who Leicester City have 94 points. 94. Leeds United tosumienu. Leicester City can say first a automatic qualification to the Premier League. Leeds United tosumienu with 90 points. Another automatic qualification to the Premier League. Then the playoff spots though. A4 Ipswich or 89 points. Southampton 84 points. West Ham 72 points. West Brom 72 points. Arsenal and Norwich also 72 points.
Omachino be 70 plus.
There be Omachino Hull City 66 points.
On to qualify.
It looks like Leicester City and Leeds.
If question about Maha, either Leicester or Leeds.
Yeah.
Because others were 89. No meaning about 44.
Yeah. Ipswich about 43 and then over the 44th game.
The means of many about take it.
Yes. Leeds.
Then Leicester they are likely to qualify.
Leicester were 94 points.
So the second spot now, yeah, no pray. And Leicester also qualify. So next we're winning championship this year.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, Leicester and Southampton nearby because of the Ghanaian interest.
Which Ghanaian interest?
Come on, and I'm not to mention
anyone.
It's a fatal.
It's a kuna sporting force wants some back. Why Leicester into 10 million for play out on 1 million. Nanedu.
But ball Leicester is a fatal about this season. No, I'm not be surprised.
And yeah, is this how?
Because
only 10 million no, and yes, because when they win the championship, they are giving huge sums of money. But to pay 10 million for a player that was bought 1 million just a year or 2
but he's a starter in your team.
I know they are found and
one more double figures of goals and assists.
Mami can of Josiah knows who you know. When these teams qualify to the Premier League, they try to sign players to augment the squad. Usually more
to go beyond fatal level.
Usually more ball championship, no. How many of them get to start? Share teams are over Premier League and we use the core of their team at the ball league, you know. Almost some now go back to relegation.
Premier League in level different.
Let's start the Premier League down. When they come, they will try to sign.
And also that game now, Leicester and Chelsea boy now who say 𝐒𝐿 Yakubu Premier League in the Kaka.
Oh, they be commentator.
Was it an FA Cup or?
Yeah, FA Cup. Commentator they can say he's a good player, but he has a lot to learn because the level now.
But Bakundo is good. Mavididi say that guy.
Yeah, Mavididi is good. Mavididi is good.
He's good. So I was happy for 𝐒𝐿 scoring hat-trick.
Yeah. I know I hat-trick. I go fast same way you know buy you umbra back no.
And someone signed a permanent.
Mavididi is a former Arsenal player. 2011-2006 no Arsenal. 2011-2016 sorry no Arsenal. Free Arsenal 2018 he didn't play a game for them.
He's a good player.
Into free on Okonenam and a Charlton Juventus near the
He's a good player. He's a good player. And I'm happy for 𝐒𝐿 Yakubu getting his hat-trick for Leicester. Me person me who know the Premier League anymore. Because Ghanaian players no more Premier League anymore.
I wish he stays.
And no, come on, he was on the bench throughout. I said boy in the form the call. I just said the England move that they help Kamadin. Born now or Bowo France no. The England move number one. Now injury so much.
Southampton number one and I say England move na kata number one.
Tell her no buy.
Because I thought if he had played for another team, maybe a career after Tottenham Hotspur's team be and he could have played.
It looks like and also affect you for you to play a team like Leicester and win a bimbo crown. Very bad. So I'm happy for 𝐒𝐿 scoring a hat-trick, and it looks like this particular season, some of these guys players in the form number. What I say, Partey playing yesterday, 𝐒𝐿 Yakubu scoring hat-trick, and the rest of the players are all the English Premier League next championship. No, it's good for 𝐒𝐿 Yakubu. Quick one, Mutala. Merseyside debut today. Everton against Liverpool. They are a difficult man Liverpool when they say go on the back for Goodison Park. Let's start to pursue position of Muye on the league log. Liverpool soon themselves they idea they do no or drop a point via and the chances no our fem cry. In the game way a crucial to Liverpool. But I still tell them to get a slim win. But it will be a match I be a shall not be surprised. And in recent times, my side of the games, you know, Liverpool ya threat to match him do. Until I'll go for a Liverpool straight win over Everton. Maybe a 2-1 win be. Will not be a bad result.
And they say about the relegation, and
it's good to say Jota is back into the team at the right time.
We're proud.
Jota.
Was in proud for 2 weeks.
Oh, but last week.
Was in proud for 2 weeks.
Oh, that is a bad news for Liverpool.
Yes, he will be out for 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. And that is how the situation is. So I'm taking Liverpool to get a win. Sheffield there, Man U into Man Shop, but they are nothing better than the view.
I saw the Chelsea ball 2-2.
Man U Sheffield no.
Sheffield there, Chelsea ball 2-2.
But I back for Old Trafford. United to do everything possible to get that win. And I think say a game here, United should play well and get a win in that game. And this is why a game I would drop a point. Coach the better, any players the better.
They be one consign.
You know, pressure will come on you. Nobody qualify for Europa. Some of these games you need to make sure you get the maximum 3 points. So I'll go for Man U straight win that particular game.
Okay.
That is the game I made say a bit to Makoye, Edema United, and the likes of 𝐿𝐿 and Bruno Fernandes, should lift out their game and get the maximum win out of the chat of the Mutala.
Okay, Nane do now ten in Kano or no so the idea Akaku 0506367196 0506367196. Send a message in the bra making kind Eddie a mouse maybe sir Chelsea. What should be the way forward for them? Should Mauricio Pochettino stay? Players na ebim kwana, ebim kompa which players should leave? And Thomas Tay Party. The combination with Declan Rice and Odegaard, should Arteta maintain that midfield trio? Josiah, good morning.
Mutala.
Yes.
Apum say.
Nyamena dum.
Yeah, I say. So all of a sudden we should start hailing Arsenal because they are the greatest team we've ever seen in the Premier League.
Currently.
In the Premier League.
Currently they are.
How are they the best team in the Premier League?
They are the best team.
No, per what?
Per the football they are playing.
What football? That is yielding results.
Arteta ball.
Arteta ball. What has it yielded this season? With the exception of the Community Shield they won, which was the season's curtain raiser. Then Arsenal are the best team in the league this season. What has been the achievement in the domestic competitions, the cup games? Carabao Cup will be to final. FA Cup, where are they? They are top of the league by virtue of the fact that Manchester City still have got 2 more games to play. I don't want to sound petty, and as we bet now, maybe I can say I'm being unfair towards us now, and I don't like them. You see, this is the kind of mentality I am on. This is the kind of mentality. Will you tell me Arsenal has been a better team than Bayer Leverkusen in the Bundesliga? Mutala, can you say that? Can you say they've been a better team than Bayer Leverkusen? You can't say that. So why are they the best team in England this season? Per what? Per what? Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Because they beat Chelsea 5-0. Ask yourself, say, on my performance, no, does it complement the result?
Why?
See, it was one of those days where everything goes bad for a team. Let's just accept it. I was watching the game and I wondered how Arsenal were leading Chelsea 5-0 at the point. We see these things in football all the time. Oh boy, Ben White last goal, look at the Ben White last goal. He didn't even know it was going to be a goal.
He didn't know it was going to be a goal.
He was crossing the ball. Ball said on Monche. It was a deflection. Ball said on Monche. So why are we making it look as if say is the most shameful? Yes, for Chelsea, because their standards are very, very high. This is their worst defeat. Worst against Arsenal. 5-0. March 22nd, 2014. Chelsea, Arsenal 6-0. In that game, Oscar scored twice, Hazard scored, Andre Schürrle scored, Samuel Eto'o scored, and Mohamed Salah also scored. 28th August 2021, City, Arsenal 5. Gundogan scored, Ferran Torres scored twice, Rodri scored, Gabriel Jesus scored. Now go to 8th February 2014, Liverpool, Arsenal 5-1. And no, they offer iPhone 5s nearby. Sterling 2, Skettle 2, Storage 1. Now go back again to 28th August 2011. This is an iconic date, a memorable one. Manchester United and Charles National 2. When Rodri scored a hat-trick, Jason Park scored, Beck scored, Ashley Young scored twice. What I'm trying to tell you, these games do happen. Arsenal, all of a sudden, because they are the best team in the league.
It's not a fluke. You can't score 5 goals in a game and tell it as a fluke.
It happens when sometimes Chelsea dominated a game.
Dominated which game?
They dominated a game.
Which game?
They completed more passes than Arsenal. Arsenal now, they are possessive oriented. No, Bono. Chelsea completed more passes.
But the stats say otherwise.
It doesn't say otherwise. Check. Chelsea completed more passes than Arsenal.
Yes.
Chelsea had more possession than Arsenal.
In terms of ball, but if you are passing the ball around,
that is why Chelsea missed more chances than Arsenal. That should tell you another twist of the game.
Arsenal had 44% of possession.
Chelsea had 56. Yes,
27.
Chelsea completed 630 passes.
Oh. Goal attempts. Arsenal had 27 goal attempts. Chelsea had 7. Shots on goal. Arsenal had 10. Chelsea had 1.
Yes.
Shot off goal. Arsenal had 17. Chelsea had 6.
Go to the passes they completed. Go to passes completed. And check the number of passes that this Chelsea so-called awful and dreadful Chelsea team completed against Arsenal.
Total passes. Arsenal had 497.
Chelsea 630. So what from 400 to 600. Look at the difference. Look at the gap.
You can pass the ball sideways.
Chelsea were not passing the ball sideways. Once again, Chelsea, their Achilles heel, their bane this season was what came to it, because at the end of the 90 minutes, they missed 3 big chances, which if they are converted, it would have been a more respectable scoreline. That doesn't mean say Arsenal were the superior,
of course,
side.
It was a tactical approach.
It was for that is now I come to if Chelsea travels to the Emirates, and gets more possession than Arsenal, complete more passes than Arsenal, something we know Arsenal for, and miss more chances than Arsenal, should tell you something.
Which
just don't look. What you see, I've been preaching this thing for a long time.
27 goal attempts.
I've been preaching this thing for a long time. Say sometimes the score lines we see aren't the true reflections of some of these games.
Okay.
And yesterday's game was a typical example where the score line wasn't a true reflection.
Why?
So Chelsea, Arsenal fans shouldn't look at that scoreline and throw that they are on top.
But if you are not being purposeful with the ball,
I mentioned scorelines against us. Arsenal and a team, so-called big team. Every single team in England, I show more than 5.
It doesn't matter.
It matters. City, I show them 6. Chelsea, I show them 6. Manchester United, I show them 8. So this is no news.
Now, so we are just a high score.
And America just said, this is no news. This is no news.
And I'm Mr.
This is no news.
United have been beaten 6 before.
I'm saying it again. This is no news. And all of a sudden, the Chelsea team players now are not good enough. What is special about these Arsenal players? Were they not the same players over there when Mikel Arteta took over and they finished 8? Sometimes sometimes the way we exaggerate. Look at this young Chelsea team.
You call them young?
They are still young. Are they not young?
They are.
Then they are able to go to Emirates. Emirates and string 143 more passes. And 133 more passes than Arsenal in such a game.
What is the use of passing when you don't score goals?
You see, this is a coach. That's why I always tell you, say, when I put Chelsea here and I put United here, I'm looking at a coach who is doing something extraordinarily well.
Which is?
But he only needs luck on his side.
No, you need luck.
Sometimes in football, you need luck. Sometimes you need see, they are just, and be honest. She goes now. Arsenal share. Be honest with yourself. That's what Kai Havertz boy or boy na boba na kurim. Ben White or boy na bobi na.
Apart from the Ben White goal,
see these things do happen.
It doesn't happen.
See, these things do. I'm telling you, these things do happen. And you see, one thing affecting the Chelsea team is confidence, low confidence.
But how can a team be lucky 5 times?
Oh, it happens in football.
After 5 goals, near lucky.
Also, lucky goals over share. And I'm just saying, how can it?
These things happen. Listen, no context. I'm saying that sometimes these things do happen. Where a team will just shoot and will end up scoring.
Will just shoot.
Or they shoot and they score. I'm only trying to tell you, say, when you look at the quality of the goals, it tells you how unlucky the other team was. Bicycle kick. What I'm saying is, look at the quality of the goals they scored. Look at the quality.
The Trossard goal was brilliant.
It was a brilliant goal.
Powerful effort.
I'm not taking anything away from it.
I have a second goal, no. brilliant to shrug off the defender.
I'm not taking anything away from it. All those goals. What I'm saying is, it was one of those days for a Chelsea team that were so unlucky after their dominance in that game.
Unlucky, say, because a team you had one shot on target. How can
I said they missed more big chances.
Which big chances?
They missed more big chances than Arsenal. And so imagine if they had even buried 2 of those 3 chances. That would have been a different scoreline, and we wouldn't be having this conversation. That would have been a different scoreline, and we wouldn't be here having this conversation. Then all of a sudden, Chelsea play away into your uncle at the end of the season. Your uncle. It is the coach's first season in charge. Coach in the first season here. Look at the kind of football they played against City. I've always said it. If you're a Chelsea fan and in Mauricio Pochettino's first season, you are judging his work by the scoreline, then you are being mistaken. Chelsea fans shouldn't even be thinking about scoreline now. Obi by 2 years, ni team against Coventry championship team. Omu timi share me ensani abetitia show. Ball no komu ball omu hu sneer passing. Then you have your team go to the Emirates against this red hot Arsenal. They go and dominate and they lose by 5-0. In an unfortunate circumstance.
Maybe say a question way. Nanedu maybe so biya. What is the essence of having when Chelsea have 56% of possession? They had more passes than Arsenal. But as a person ultimate pass, ultimate jina wana enzo mwa bo. Ni na count you. You know all counts. Say you jina one place here, pass it 3 times.
Was that the case?
But Chelsea were not forward thinking. They were not.
How did they end up missing 3 big chances?
3 big chances. They never.
Why did they end up missing? You check the statistics. Mutala, you check the statistics. How are you telling me they missed 1 big chance?
Go
back and check the numbers.
Mutala, anytime I say me have a problem with
Jackson alone missed 2.
We're passing 100 times, we're passing 60 times. First, Andre Pelu or the ball no break here. But to me identify Inzaghi. Ultimately, ball Juventus deep of the midfield. No, I identify Tabes. No trouble not to. Need 1 pass.
Okay.
Busquets. Plan it down and you cannot pass this. No one in 10.
No, 1 pass. Do you know? Do you know 𝐒𝐿_𝐕𝐄 was averaging more passes than 𝐿𝐿_𝐿 in Chelsea game? But now the passes ni aye or the coachiri or boko back no boko and change.
But do you understand?
So now,
do you understand when
on back pass player?
When a coach is talking about having control in the game, do you know what that means?
Okay, maybe Nanedu Thierry, Arsenal had 27 goal attempts. Chelsea had 7.
Yes.
Shot on goal, Arsenal had 10. Chelsea had 1. With all the possession. So, I want us to be analytical. My Chelsea had more possession. Chelsea were passing the ball more, and they were just. So you can just be passing the ball.
How were you? No, if you watch the game, you can't tell me Chelsea were just stringing the passes within their own half. Check the heat map. Check. That's what you see in football when you are analyzing a game. Check all the factors that come into play.
What did Raya do on the day?
How many saves did he make?
What did he do?
Because Chelsea were fluffing the chances.
How many chances came their way?
Even Jackson missed 2 big chances.
Which one and which one?
Come on, head and Newcastle say no.
Head and was
that even a clean? That was supposed to be a big chance. That was supposed to be a goal.
Head and say
check the numbers. Numbers. No, sometimes that is why data is there. Don't tell me which chances. In 90 minutes I could have forgotten. But if Chelsea missed 3 big chances, more than Arsenal's, then you should know. Say they did something on the day. Something didn't go on well for them. If I should go back in the 90 minutes and record the chances they missed, I can't.
You want to tell me?
Why do you think, in your intro, why did you say Nicholas Jackson? He's still trending.
Because he missed the big chance.
That is the point. He missed 2.
Do you know how many big chances Arsenal missed?
How many? 2.
Do you know how many
in the entire 90 minutes they missed 2.
This shows you how many big chances Arsenal missed. Martinelli Krabe say bako. Kai Havertz missed 1. Trossard say bako.
You see, if Chelsea fans are listening, the
right back.
Go and check the data of that game. Chelsea fans, go and check the data.
What are they doing with the data?
We are doing with the data because they have to identify what is wrong with the club.
Okay.
They are being wasteful.
Alfred Hansen sent me a message with mouth. Or say Arsenal conceding possession to Chelsea was on purpose. Arteta didn't think a front 3 of Madueke, Jackson and Mudryk was threatening enough. The plan was to give them the ball, to give them a false sense of comfort and pick them apart in transition.
That's not true.
Made a kind message. It's no coincidence that apart from the passes completed, Arsenal dominated in all other departments of the game. You can control a game without the ball. You don't always need the ball to dominate. And
what is Arteta's philosophy when it comes to controlling? Don't kid yourself.
Do you know?
Total football coaches control games with the ball. They don't control without the ball.
Okay.
What are you telling me?
Total football coaches.
Yes, and Arteta is an advocate of total football.
Do you agree with what Hansen
said?
You can control a game without necessarily having the ball.
If Diego Simeone is telling me he wants to control the game without the ball, it's normal.
Mourinho heard it several times.
Mourinho does it, but Arteta didn't concede possession to Chelsea on purpose. It's not true.
And we are born in motion. At every given point, Chelsea were passing the ball, but which team looked likely to score?
It's not true. Check the way they pressed. They pressed still, even without the ball. The furthest Arsenal player was still Martin Odegaard.
I would never agree with you because the scoreline cry was flattering. It could have been 7-8 on the day.
Check the number of.
Do you know the number of chances Arsenal also missed?
How many? Marcus was the data. No, you were the one who came up with the data. So check it.
I am telling you that.
So how was it not counted as a big chance?
Havertz nya one-on-one back or elbow goalkeeper line. Friend say Trossard enya one-on-one back or
Mutala, you've given us the numbers.
Martinelli, go back the last end.
I'm asking you a question.
Wait, White.
Mutala, go back to where you brought up those numbers and check the number of big chances missed by both clubs.
I'll check that one because someone has 27 goal attempts. No, NYTO. Obi may see 27 goal. Obi enya 27 goal attempts.
Yeah.
When you're 7. Nipana enya 10 shots on goal. Or 10.
They are feeble shots.
I know it's on goal.
They are feeble shots.
They are feeble shots. They are feeble shots. Also feeble shots. Also feeble shots.
That is why I'm talking about chance, big chance. No, I'm not talking about the shots. But it can big chance.
Obi about 10 shots on goal. What about one? And wo between me and what save now? Kai said David Raya here will give me.
He made one save because we had one. Chelsea had one shot on target, so obviously it was one save.
One save.
In 90 minutes, it's very difficult to pinpoint or to go back and pick.
But you know the number of chances.
Go back. See. You gave me some numbers. You listeners are listening.
Of course.
Go back and give me the big chances. That's what you see. That's what Brunia said. Football is not just what we see with the eye. Listen. We've been talking about data science and data in football. Science and data, which aids us to understand the game. Now go back and check. Go back and check. Say, chances are here and Chelsea missed more big chances. If the scoreline had been 5-3 or even 6-3, it would have been more respectable. But then Chelsea's biggest problem this season is what hunted them. It's what came back to hunt them again against Chelsea.
That one doesn't concern us now. But if you tell me somebody scored 5 goals and all these goals were out of luck, I don't
listen to what I'm saying. You see, so when you go back, listen, you watch United get battered by Liverpool.
Listen, we never find out in America. Two teams are playing football.
Yeah.
You are better than me. Who possess it?
Good.
Yeah. Can I score 5 lucky goals against you to win the game? It means we'll be able to say you are better than me.
That's absurd.
Man City Bobo. Man U, Man City Bobo.
Yeah.
Man City is better than Man U. They are possessing the ball. They are missing big chances. Can Man United score 5 lucky goals in that same game? 5 lucky goals.
This is football.
Without doing anything.
Don't blow this thing out of proportion.
You talk something about data and science.
Yes, science and data.
Now, science and data. Science and data. No, so the end result is supposed to give you what? A solution.
Yeah, something. Yeah.
So now Chelsea, when we are talking about data and science, they said you're okay. Now, okay. Possessing or making possessing chances. How can
they played very well on the day.
But at the end of it,
they failed to play their chances.
Science,
yes.
Did they get the result?
That is the point. So that is, I like where you are coming from. That is where the question is.
So
that is why I said they were wasteful.
Chelsea missed 3 big chances.
Arsenal missed how many?
Arsenal missed 2 big chances.
Yeah. Okay, so what
they know they can't saying.
Okay, you see, if this morning,
if Chelsea missed how many?
3 big chances. 3. As if they even scored 2.
Okay.
No, they scored 3 goals.
They scored 3. Arsenal have 5 goals, so we should add them.
big 2 chances.
Every Chelsea fan would laugh. Every Chelsea fan would laugh a 7-3 defeat than a 5-0 defeat.
Oh, why?
Yes, that's the truth.
Why would they love that?
Every single Chelsea fan, and this, and I'm telling you, and every Chelsea fan who is listening, who attests to the fact that they would have loved a 7-3 defeat more than a 5-0 defeat.
Yeah, sure, 7 goals in the Premier League. 7 goals in the Premier League. Yeah, sure, 7 goals in the Premier League game. You are telling me
Arsenal has considered 8 before. That's not history. And listen, that's what I'm saying.
What's
they
the
considered 8.
Do you know one thing that Arsenal fans and it's
do you know even with this 5-0 is Chelsea's biggest ever loss against Arsenal?
And I almost 7.
What's the margin? 5-0 and 7-3. What's the margin?
So if they draw something from the train,
because already we keep talking.
You draw something from the train. Nobody will remember the train, but people remember it.
Who will remember the train?
Liverpool. Okay, I say Liverpool. And they Aston Villa Liverpool. Liverpool. Aston Villa 7-2. Who remembers the 2?
Who doesn't remember the 2?
The day FIBA no. Or no person Chelsea.
Oh, man, you say will be 7. You say a team like Arsenal. Chelsea 7 in the game, and you are telling me they will draw what? Inspiration from where? That nobody had it.
They will work on why they consider the 7.
David, miss. No problem, but don't let him deceive you. Say Chelsea fans would have been happy. Say 7 goals in one game. Hey, Nanadu, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in a game.
This morning.
This morning.
5 crore.
This morning. See, I saw 7.
Do you know the highest scoring game in the Premier League?
Yes, man.
No. Do you know the highest ever scoring game?
Yes, man. You saying
the highest ever scoring game in the Premier League was 7-5. It was, I think, Arsenal and Reading, if I would recall. So be Kaya.
What about the Tottenham Sunderland game?
They are 9-0. Okay. And 9-0. United. Tottenham were 9-0. I'm talking about the highest ever scoring game.
I think it was.
If one team considered 7, you think no one remembers the other 5? Maybe 8-2 and a 9-1. Why you share Southampton 9-0? And you hear the highest scoring game. And here by margin, the highest. Yes. So highest scoring.
Chelsea this is above 4-4 you.
But that's 8. That's 8 goals. I'm talking about the 7-5.
Okay, 7-5.
7-5. In that game, I think Joe Walcott and other players scored. It was against Reading. 7-5. You think that people wouldn't remember the 7, or people only remember the 7 and leave the 5? No.
Who cares about the 5?
Everyone cares about the 5.
You saw 7 in a game. You are telling
everyone cares about the 5.
But Josiah cannot.
No, listen.
Arsenal and Reading.
Yes, man. You know one of the dents on Eric Silas Ferguson's CV.
6-1.
City is 6 in a game.
Yes.
You can't to concede. You know what it means for a professional club to concede 6 goals.
What was the score margin? What was the margin? They lost by what margin?
About the margin. Do you know what it means to concede 6 goals?
So Mutala,
it was 6-1.
I'm coming. No, Mutala, your coach.
Goal margin is 5.
And then you.
Asante Kotoko supporters. Adebaku a omo kaya no musubu omo yem.
Sa 4 no.
Sa 4.
4 and a half. You know what it means to concede goals?
So they would have loved to lose by what is it 7-8 scoreline than to lose by what was it 4 no yeah it was a 4-goal margin. It was a 4-goal margin. So they would have rather loved to lose by 8-4 than 4-0. Is that what you're saying? No, they would have 4-0.
Love to lose 1-0. 1-0 or 1-1.
We are talking about the margin is still there. The score margin. That's why Ferguson will tell you that even if you are losing, instead of you to lose 1-0, lose 4-3. Instead of you to lose 2-0, lose 7-5.
Do you know what would have been? Do you know what would have been a respectable scoreline for Chelsea yesterday?
A 7-3 is more respectable.
5-3. 5-3.
So what?
5-3.
Or 2-1.
Nanadu, yes, 2-1. People expect you to learn your lesson. Yes, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it would always be the issue.
What has been Chelsea's biggest problem this season?
Chelsea has said Arsenal 6 da. It is their biggest scoreline against Arsenal. They hold on to that. They don't think about. So she said they scored 6 against Arsenal. That is what it means. So someone conceded 7 goals in a game, and you are telling me the fans would have been happy because they said 3. 3 no ni madueke. Ese ba akone bi amudrik se ba.
Team season be buy or conceded only 15 goals.
15 goals. We are saying 7. It is big. Don't let anybody.
It's big.
Ono shahi.
No, but me no point any problem. My problem is you saying say on the day Chelsea hard luck. Now
it was no the goals. But if you see the goals Chelsea scored, why are we Arsenal scored? Why are we here as if? Why are we sounding as if the goals they scored were extremely like?
Listen. Listen. Yeah, you know I should give me the boy. Arsenal first goal no. Goalkeeper they to one of Bobo and I go on the court at him. You saw how it was worked.
Yes.
Yes. That was the first goal. You saw the second goal, Ben White game. It came from a corner. You saw how the ball was worked. Papa, any ball shot, and Pate, and a breaky, and Obebo to Eshebu.
Yeah.
You saw the Kai Havertz goal, the one he struggled off the defender.
Yeah.
Was it not a pass from a boy in the choir saying Odegaard? Was it not a pass when he passed and a master pass no? So don't tell me we were lucky. They worked for the goal.
I'm not saying
Chelsea were just passing the ball around. And I can't say it's near to only above 10 passes with
context.
Keep a ball. Emma 𝐒𝐿𝐏𝐻𝐒.
I just wish I could
listen.
𝐒𝐿𝐏𝐻𝐒 I would have given them more insight about the game. That's why I said I wish I could have given more insight about the game. On a day, Arsenal created 4 big chances.
Yeah.
Out of those 4 big chances, they converted 2. Out of 4 big chances, it's very, very important. 4 big chances, they converted 2. Chelsea created 3 big chances. They converted 9. Look at the difference. I'm trying to stress on something. I'm trying to emphasize on Chelsea's problem this season, which has been missing chances, big chances.
No problem. Everybody is aware. Everybody understands that Chelsea, one of their biggest problems has been goal scoring. But you can't tell me a game that Arsenal beat them 5. Arsenal has scored lucky goals. 5 goals. One team was lucky scoring 5 times. And you couldn't score one.
Were lucky goals.
Go back
and watch the Liverpool 7, Manchester United 0 game. And you see how sometimes these things happen in football.
Which things?
Who do you buy? But never be able to come out.
Me say, Obo on it.
And yes, Man United on the day were poor defensively. They couldn't defend. And yes, about Liverpool, they 2-1 Bobo say you.
When you want the magnitude of the game, you shouldn't expect such goals to be scored.
Why?
At that rate.
Why?
That's the point.
You are not playing well. Now me say well, see you shouldn't expect. Did Chelsea play well?
So Chelsea were so bad.
They were bad
yesterday.
They will consider 5. They were bad.
I report back. Share reporter after the match on the buyer. Or say 5-star Gunners blast their way past Calamity.
This is just a headline.
Calamity just
headline. Yeah, show team 5-0. What? How can you convince the person say your team was good? Now Arsenal for Nana about to talk. And 5 penalties.
That's why you. Mutala, I never was so. You to me swing even before yesterday's game. One of my discussion. Showing the kind of chances are about Chelsea where I'm Nicola Jackson chance or 2. Some of these players are more Chelsea. To me clinical.
Yeah.
In Zerbiana. Or the Bessie Bisua.
Debut. And I'm saying I understand him.
I know there's one
of Chelsea's biggest problems has been.
But the moment I'll say,
who say who say could be so in say Chelsea missing chances. Do you know they've considered the most goals? Watch your hustle. Watch your hustle.
Yes, no one is saying they are not.
No,
they still have a positive goal.
Chelsea's biggest problem has been
missing chances. Yeah, but they are conceding as well. Yeah, so defensively, no one is saying that
61 goals. Someone conceded
57. So no one is saying that's the most ever by Chelsea in the Premier League era.
So it is not just listen. So it is not just about
if you only have technical rooms is here. Or also I debate to Jose. Nicola Jackson, ain't you good enough for Chelsea?
But Jose was
a better player than a full Jackson and Cook come back together. No, Ama Jackson Akata in Kuku so. Because of the injuries now in Kuku.
Kuku no more game we play.
The Jackson no, I a major problem. And I'm Chelsea.
Everybody within the Chelsea ranks admits that Nicolas Jackson has been a problem today.
So you'll be surprised that you run to next season now. Jackson will be the main striker for Chelsea.
Now the oye. Chelsea Munkoto striker.
You'll be surprised.
Munkoto striker for now. Jackson. They are crossing ball.
I don't know about that. But
then one can say match.
Yeah.
Crosser, cross here is a Madueke. Say then cross here Jackson. And then you know. So person didn't sat.
It happens. You see. I noticed that, and Obi Betche Chelsea team, we can say most of these players will have to leave. But one thing that is wrong with this team, one, has to do with confidence, and two, they are still growing.
And who has to give them the confidence?
It takes time. Who knew Arsenal will get the confidence? It comes with wins.
No, I said confidence. Who has to give them the confidence?
The coach has a part to play. But then, once they start winning, they can go on a 4-game. Each time I say, what is happening this season might not happen next season.
Oh, and then they said no.
Yes, and America just said, no one thought Arsenal went on a streak, and at some point they started believing they could win the league, and that was what even started all this. Arsenal are back. But still,
you know one thing that worked for Arsenal,
as what?
Now we lose sight of this. Arteta, you know, even though he wasn't qualifying for the Champions League, you know, Arsenal were going to FA Cup final. Now progress. You could see said that.
But Chelsea have made it to several finals.
And I'm say, no, they did it back to back.
FA Cup, I know.
No, Omoje won under Arteta, and I think they went to the semi-finals.
Yes. So you see, that is why Pochettino today.
And listen, they were.
That is why Pochettino will tell you that he wishes they would even qualify for Europe. Say Conference League, and
they were lacking around the.
So
this
is not the worst Chelsea's team we've seen.
Oh no.
We've seen, and don't make it look as if this team isn't good. It's so poor.
No,
after because Arsenal I sat here and I told you that there was no way Chelsea were going to win at Emirates.
No,
I knew they were going to lose. But then let's not look at the 5-0, especially if you're a Chelsea fan. Don't look at the 5-0 and think that most of these players have to leave. No. These players individually are brilliant players.
I don't have problem with that.
These players individually are world-class players one day.
So Josiah, if you were to be under Pochettino, what would you have done for Chelsea?
For Chelsea, yes. I'll only try to
saying what you are saying.
I'll only add a couple of players here.
What kind of players?
So you think the rest of the department of Chelsea have quality players?
Why don't they have quality? Disasi was this Arsenal setup, everyone will be hailing Disasi. If I take Odegaard and I put him in this Chelsea team at this moment, he will be an average player.
Better than Gabriel.
I'm not saying he's better than Gabriel. He's equally a good defender. If he wasn't good enough, Chelsea wouldn't have spent that money on him. Manu Gusto is one of the best right backs we have in the Premier League.
From a football analyst, they say if the player wasn't good enough, teams have spent money on players. They turn out rubbish.
But when the timing is wrong,
the ball now Arsenal and Chelsea ball. Easier say what the player could remark. For example, say be about to be the Disasi and about their shelling free Chelsea team, and their Arsenal team. You may feel say, oh, you good.
Pacho,
you believe say even Man City now the average players for Man City.
Hold your peace.
But when you start playing individually, say do papa and every Chelsea. About to play.
Nanedu, team na so shia.
Nanedu, see be any sadia.
Team na so shia.
Say sadia be any player be about for player be free baby the lack of baby.
You are not getting it.
Nicolas Jackson.
I can sit here and tell you.
But why did after Haaland was scoring goals for Dortmund, City felt he would have been a better player.
Exactly.
So they brought him in. Yeah. Because of what he showed, the quality. That's why every big team will go in for a player because they know he has a potential.
But what did Nicolas Jackson show?
But he's scoring just like he's misfiring.
No, saying Haaland.
What's it?
Haaland. Yeah, both game are uno.
No, that doesn't mean that he's a bad player.
That is why I'm telling you
he's still Haaland.
He's a bad player. But I'm telling you that. So Uka say Obi equally good. Next, I didn't be team win. That's only part of
it. In his first season, it's not 50 plus goals. How many Premier League players have 50 plus goals in a season?
No. I know there's some Uka say 50 plus goals.
Yes, that's what I'm telling you. Say these Chelsea players are good players. I wouldn't wish Chelsea would sell any of these players.
That's what I'm telling you.
I wouldn't wish Chelsea would sell any of these players.
And why? Mami, also then.
I wouldn't wish Chelsea would sell any of these players.
Okay.
Because these players are quality players.
These players
if you watch them, Chelsea have had their own problems this season. I'm telling you, pinpoint one Chelsea player you feel is not good enough.
A lot of them. I don't think Noni Madueke
Chelsea
enough. Chelsea
Jackson.
Listen,
number 1 Jackson.
Chelsea na minimum. I don't feel Noni Madueke. I say me Mubobi, and I'm saying Chelsea na minimum. I don't feel Noni Madueke is good enough. Chelsea I minimum. Nicholas Jackson is not good enough. Kukureya is not good enough. Friend say Kukureya is not good enough. Chelsea na minimum. So I say me Mubo. The Chelsea that I know standard. Ebi mo set ya to. I don't think Badiashile is good enough. I don't think Chaloba is good enough. Chukwuemeka, I don't think he's good enough.
Wow.
I don't think he's good enough. Even Conor Gallagher, me fan as a squad player, but
Conor Gallagher this is.
And I'm say standard me who so say me and I'm say standard me who from Chelsea before no. And I make Conor Gallagher. Say
if after Kopama is their best player.
If you have me will be our honoma, me will be like me team na me will be our Conor Gallagher will be a squad player. He won't start. He won't be a starter for Chelsea.
But he will still be in the Chelsea.
Of course. Energy sometimes you need that kind of energy. Someone that can run around. But I don't think most of these youngsters normally oba maybe future they can become good. But in future they could become good players. But Mudryk, I feel he's a good player, but he's lacking a lot of confidence at Chelsea. Because I've seen Mudryk and what he did for Shakhtar Donetsk. I feel he's lacking a lot of confidence. Chelsea team because I said Pogba, you know, he has any potential. No, he did it elsewhere, but you can see it is not really about the football. There's something really wrong with him. So that is what I feel about Mudryk. So most of these players, I feel they could become good players in future. But the Chelsea fans. Competing, winning title like one more forget it.
It's not every Chelsea fan is not saying inside the team. No, they wish the team will start.
Listen now,
competing. I'm not saying say every Chelsea fan knows that realistically, no Chelsea fan is saying that they should be competing for the Premier League. No. Chelsea in the last 4 years, 5 years, they've been a better team than us now. In the last 4 or 5 years, they've been a better team than us now. You can happen sometimes in football. Let me move on. Yesterday, I was happy with one thing about the Arsenal team, and that's the kind of stability we have with Partey in midfield. You see, Partey's role was or has been taken by Declan Rice. So yesterday, the only major change he had to do in that setup was slot in Partey and move Declan Rice to a different position. And the kind of stability Partey the moment in the team, no, you could see, say, Arsenal still need Partey in that team. They still need him. But then the question is, do you think that Arteta, he's convinced enough and still wants to build his team around Partey? Because reliability will always be a problem.
Why is he not convinced?
Reliability will always be a problem. And I mentioned Partey Bono. See, Partey plays that position better than Declan Rice. But the only thing Declan Rice has, Partey so, Mutala is consistency and leadership. Those are the two things. Those are the two things that Declan Rice, you say he has that Partey doesn't have. He is reliable. And he's more of a leader than Partey in that role. Partey plays the role perfectly. But then after that display yesterday, is it that Arteta will still stick to that Partey and Declan Rice pivot even in big games? Because don't forget that there are games where,
like, yesterday's game wasn't a big game.
It was a big game. Arsenal Chelsea is always a big game.
But why are you saying even in big games?
No, I'm also talking about like subsequent big games. And then like high profile games, crunch games. Because you see, the only disadvantage for Partey is that he wouldn't be always available. That's the only problem. Partey wouldn't always be available. Unless he is able to stay fit. Which to me will be very, very important. If Partey is able to stay fit for a long time, that will be very, very key. But then after watching him yesterday, what he gave, but I believe that once he's in the team, see, Arsenal end up playing relatively better than him being or not being in the team. whenever he's in the team, the kind of freedom Odegamu na the idea. Yes, at some point he even moved out of position to press and managed to come back. Like he gives them some level of dynamism, and they play with so much confidence when he is there. But then the thing is, Partey will have to stay fit for a long time. He needs to stay fit for a long time. Because once he's not fit, the more he stays on the sidelines, the more Arteta will try to work his way without Partey, or try to work without Partey.
But that is the biggest worry too.
Yeah, and the man is also not asking because they are sure no one. At some point, I might be forced to work without you.
He's not reliable.
He's not reliable, and it's not because of consistency, but injuries.
Yeah,
injuries now Partey ain't reliable. Because I'm sure all completing 3 tackles, 1 interception. No, see, he was just giving them so much freedom. He gives them, and during his time, we saw how good Xhaka became when he paired with Xhaka. Xhaka enjoyed his best season when he was being paired with Partey consistently. He enjoyed his best season ever. Maybe this season too, he's really enjoying it. But we saw Xhaka in that last season at Arsenal and how good he was. A couple of games coming on today. I think 𝐒𝐏𝐎𝐑𝐓𝐒 now is not just in the Premier League. Yesterday I got a chance to watch a bit of that Leicester City and Southampton game. Oh my God, Fatai Issahaku. The guy is a gem.
Sports enforcer on Sambrao.
And I owe a gimmick.
Almost say a gimmick. Almost say Leicester penalty. Leicester should pay 10 million.
That's the point. A gimmick. 10 million yes kabia. Now Osman Bukari Osman Ibrahim Osman.
Yeah, and Rana me share.
Ibrahim Osman is close to 20 million.
There was a Leicester journalist who was saying that the problem is not Leicester paying 10 million for Issahaku. The problem is that Leicester are looking at the fact that you have qualified back to the Premier League, and this is a player who was bought for 1 million euros.
Yeah.
So they want a 9 million profit. Leicester would want to add a year, maybe another 5 million to it to make 50 million to get maybe a Nottingham Forest player or co-relegation.
It's not always. There was this player on a way by Brighton. He qualified with Brighton. He was the Championship's best player in the Sunday qualifier. Anthony Knockaert.
Knockaert, Leftino.
Yeah. Leftino.
Oh.
He was the best player. He was the best player in the Championship.
Oh, Zakwanapa.
Almost also the back of Jakahaba's course, and then he's an Iranian. Honestly,
Peter Jew is sitting here. Look at
Adoma. Look at Adoma.
I bet Adoma. On no more Premier League down.
Miss Albert Adoma will work hard for any championship team. Qualify. And at the end, they will loan him back or they'll sell him back to the championship.
Or more league that. Or more Premier League that.
So sometimes no, but why would I rather buy a championship player? A Premier League player, mid-table player, our Premier League experience are all really convincing me for £50 million when I can invest in this player and his stock will rise.
Oliver Hort, no problem. They say the teams when they are in the championship, honest no. Oh, when we qualify the players who have qualified us,
not a foreign showed us that.
Or say, was stayed for 10 years now. 20 teams qualify into the Premier League, and when they are about qualifying, when we qualify players, we have more opportunity to play. But who would you qualify?
Pressure. They need pressure the bar. But you see, one of the teams that for what they did, Luton.
Yeah.
Luton kept a chunk of their players. Burnley also kept most of their players. Yes. Leicester now. Leicester City are not going to change their style.
Yeah.
Leicester in the championship is the same Leicester, and the ball championship a Premier League quality.
Yeah. But they may change their coach.
Enzo Maresca.
They say they may change when need be, when they get to that level.
Unless the coach is willing to leave, because ball championship too. I'm wedding.
No, I'm wedding.
I don't see why you wouldn't rather sign Issahaku for 50 million. Let him play and get poached later for 45 to 50 million.
When it comes to monetary, the other teams no matter.
No, 10 million for Leicester, because if Leicester should qualify for the Premier League, Sikomenya is more than £20 million.
Sasikano. Maybe so. About honest and then your money.
That's an investment. What your investment over the years? And sometimes was that the Premier League demands a lot.
Yeah, it demands a lot.
The Premier League demands a lot.
Renovation in your
Fulham, Fulham, winning playoffs somebody. Fulham pocketed almost more than 90 million pounds. I'm gonna buy most of Joe Brand. Their player not say 2 goals more in the final. He came and later the bench him.
Why do the teams go that way?
Because they feel that the Premier League quality, it was so kaka. Sometimes they look at the players who cannot sustain performances, at the Premier League.
But you said there is a history, so say usually the teams that come and want to play squad normally free. They
struggle. They do so. They kept a chunk of the players on the buy. They did so well. So with the Isaku, it's 2 things. Maybe I don't know what his contract will entail.
Yeah.
But then he shouldn't sign any contract, especially if they should buy him permanently. On board anything less than 70% of the games.
I want a problem, no one. I watch Isaku against.
No, but he's been better than I heard you mention Mavididi.
Yeah.
He showed more quality than Mavididi. He's created more, he scored more.
No, Mavididi in our boy.
Again, alongside JB Vardy.
I watch the Leicester team. If they qualify, send your more nice question. They should find
most of the players they kept them.
Yeah, but
JB Vardy, most of the players. The only players they sold was I think Harvey Barnes. Yeah. And a couple of but most of the players who were Vestergaard now.
Not money a issue kakra because the salaries of some players needed to be reduced.
But you've won the league. Most of these players will start at no cost.
The salary had to reduce. But I watch them Mashomo Nancy because of
they are good.
They are good, but they need to add some quality.
No quality. Indeed, is really quality already.
No.
Dewsbury Hall. Kenan Dewsbury Hall.
Dewsbury Hall.
Chaduri was there. He's Premier League quality. What Fies is Premier League quality. Pereira, Danilo Pereira was there. What's his name? Ricardo Pereira. I'm right back. He's Premier League quality. Jamie Vardy is already Premier League quality. So why can't you maintain his Ahaku?
Oh, and now Fred Hansen will studio ha.
Friday Omra. Mutala Yakubu.
Oui. Or say we she send the pan die. Uncle Waha because conversation be hot no. Oh dear. And you had to check. Well, Josiah the dia Yakubu eti me na me kind messages no. Na ye no fro na ye mafie na ye mehwe de ekoso e ofie national team appointment ne hu seminar ye de beba. We say good morning, Mutala. Josiah go explain to infinity and even go and burn the sea. Greetings to Amankwa Crespo, the #1 fashion designer inside Medina. Onga from Medina and all the way by. We say, please tell Josiah that United had played their game last Sunday and we all talked about it already. And his Abunkele Chelsea is in focus to do so. He should accept the fact and stop being hypocritical. Gabriel Ado inside Ningo. Emmanuel from Achimota. Or say, Josiah is bleeding and tickling himself to cover up what is the essence of, or say what is the essence of passing when it doesn't end up in goals. I am not surprised, expected this. Pochettino has been in the league with Southampton and Spurs before. He should spare us with his first season chorus. In Ten Hag's first season, he played in 2 domestic finals and won 1. In another cup final in his second season, yet he says Poch should be given time and not Ten Hag. Sad. We say for the past 2 seasons, Arsenal have been superior than Chelsea. Arsenal beat them 4-2 last season. Good morning to everyone. This is Kufia Koto Franks from Nungwa. We say I am Steven Akute from Dawa. Mutala, please, I don't understand you. Please, how can you say Chelsea played poor football? Don't you remember that Chelsea played more possession than the good team you claim Arsenal? Please. I have been supporting Josiah in his submission always, but with this one I disagree. Chelsea were wasteful, tactically awful and not clinical after. He keeps saying the squad is young, but there are other teams with young players making good impacts in their team. They should just mature and stop breaking hearts. And as Pope Jerry Wayo from Chokwa 31st School Junction. We say Chelsea fans hey, me bow. Josiah is confused. Off his mic and please, whenever he loses with high margin like this, don't let him talk. It is better that way. Does he know scoring 5 goals plus 2 missed big chances is like 7 goals more than the 3 big chances or 3 goals? How can you tell us Chelsea fans will be okay losing 7 goals to 3? Well, see, I want to know between Kai Havertz and Jackson who is good. Havertz has played more years in the EPL than Jackson, but different. One goal. Nana Kwame, Agape Park. We should say, tell Josiah that this 2024 Chelsea have conceded 35 goals in 21 games. So he should know that his team is poor in all aspects. Kumasi boy from Annette A.S. Pintes. We say fantastic analysis from Josiah. In 2012, in UEFA Champions League semi-final between Barca and Chelsea, Barca possessed 90% and 10% for Chelsea. But at the end of the game, Chelsea qualified. Football is about utilizing your chances. I am Nana Amwako from Ashama in Newtown at Gito Aluminium Enterprise. Cole Palmer scored 4 lucky goals against Everton. We say, good morning. My name is Bilal from Accra. I think this man talking out of pain. This platform is for discussion, discussing the performance of clubs, not against Arsenal. Why? Osadi can will see you go explain tire. The guy no gets point. Football is not about possession. It is about goals. Like City won't lose any game at all. That be why the question goes, what be the score, not possession in a match. That one didn't watch from syrup inside a Shamai. This is KBG inside Gomwatakwa. Today sums up how Joe hates Arsenal because he is fumbling in his submission. Ask him what should Arsenal do to please him. He should stop being biased. Thank you. We say this Chelsea fan will not understand anything of Mutala. He is there saying this is Pochettino's first season, forgetting that Ten Hag's first season he placed third and played FA Cup final. I am Senna from Adenta. Josiah, you are trying to make your matter sweet, but fast. So Arsenal 5, Josiah 0. Austin from Adenta. Mikel Arteta only had the mentality of winning games without having the mentality of winning trophies. Ras Mickey, watching you live from Dubai. Congrats to you guys all. My name is Israel from Boche. Tell this Chelsea PRO Josiah guy to stop mixing. To stop misleading us. Football is all about winning. He should stop lying to the Chelsea fans. Well, to say, I am Alfred from Ashama Fita line. Please let your brother Josiah know that if he has nothing to tell us, he should give us a break. Why he also came to defend what is not to be defended, because he is a Chelsea fan. Liverpool is winning today to pursue the Premier League title once again. Liverpool, you will never walk alone. Jordan from Tema, Newtown. We see Josiah, today you are embarrassing yourself too much. This is Mohammed. He's not embarrassing himself, Mohammed. He's only giving us his view. We see, I'm enjoying your program from Chebi. Josiah is also a Chelsea fan, but I don't agree with you. Possession and passes don't amount to goals. The coach is bereft of ideas and must leave at the end of the season. Monsieur Kumi from Chebi. Uncle Dan, I say I want Josiah to understand that he is a sports pundit, so he should be factual. Sorry, and put sentiment aside. This Chelsea side is one of the most embarrassing team I have ever seen. How should you lose 5-0 to Arsenal? Original Mutala, good morning. What else should Arsenal do? A team who wants to win the league. They've beaten my team Chelsea 5-0. We are here arguing about possession and passes. Charlie, this analysis by Josiah Nana Kwame from Manette. Well, say, please, Josiah should stop defending his Chelsea team and be realistic with his submission, because Arsenal could have scored more goals on the day. Paul from Abelingpe. We say, as a Liverpoolian, my only hope was Chelsea to win or draw. Instead, the table turned upside down for Arsenal to pick up their heaviest win over Chelsea. What a shame. Jupiter the General from AS Pintes. Josiah, your defense of Chelsea today is very hollow and emotional. Chelsea were not purposeful. What is the use of stringing needless passes? Concede defeat and agree that Arsenal lost chances too. Just like your lame Chelsea attack led by Jackson. Effectiveness is the watchword. FM from OEB. Josiah should stop his bias and annoying analysis. Did he watch different match from everybody? He always comes on the program to attack Ten Hag and Onana when his 1.2 billion Chelsea is now a mid-table team. Most annoying of his claim is that Pochettino developed players and yet Caicedo and Enzo have gone backwards after spending 220 million on them. Chelsea fans will always experience in the next, also the Chelsea fans with the experience in the next 10 years, the pain Arsenal, okay, Chelsea fans will experience in the next 10 years the pain Arsenal went through. Kofi from Kaswa. Dempsley Benjiro or say good analysis by Josiah and Anedu. Well, to say this Josiah this morning has really shocked me. How can he say Chelsea dominated the game because of passes completed? Hey, see the stats you read and it still says that. Wow, it is shocking to take that from him. He shouldn't be given time to say some stuff. He's churning out his opinion. Well, say, please tell Josiah he go explain tire, but the final score is Arsenal 5, Chelsea 0. Case closed. I am Freeman inside Eyopukwase. My name is Maxwell, listening to you live from Ashama. What a nice game we've all witnessed yesterday, but sorry for the Chelsea fans. And also big shout out to my Madrid fans. Okay, I really love Josiah's submission. Well, say Mutala, please tell the man that passing the ball doesn't give you a positive point, so he needs to educate us properly. This is Edmond Sam from Tema Community 7. Well, say hello, Max Boss. Tell Nanedu to stop what he's saying. Every goal is a goal. So if Chelsea scored Arsenal, what would he have said today? I'm disappointed in him. Okay, that is not Nanedu Naneka, it is Josiah and Naneka go Nasem. We say I'm Harrison from Tema Community 18 Sprinters. I want to use this platform to wish my stepson Amos a happy belated birthday. He was 11 years old yesterday. May the Lord Almighty bless him. Okay. A lot of the messages have come through. Okay. Main kind way. We say Josiah can I exaggerate power. If a Chelsea player had scored the white goal, will he be saying it's in terms? Anyways, or always saying Chelsea team is young. You had one shot on target and you are shouting like you had 100 shots on target and you missed. Did Arsenal throw the ball into the net of Chelsea? Beta loser, always hitting on United from 𝐒𝐏𝐎𝐑𝐓𝐒. I remember the first leg. Mudryk also scored a similar goal like the Ben White share, you know. Good morning, boss. I am Evans inside Amanfrom. Please, I was happy for winning yesterday. Arsenal is a good team. Okay. Arsenal fans are on cloud nine this morning. Tell your pundit if Chelsea was a good passer in the game. Why did they not pass the ball into the Arsenal net? We are talking of goals and you are saying passing. We see Charles from Suhum. Josiah is an anti-Chelsea fan. I don't think Todd Bowley is the best businessman and what he wants to achieve would come to pass. My player for the week is Fatah of Leicester City. 3 goals and 2 assists. For Arsenal to win against Chelsea yesterday wasn't a surprise. Welcome back party for the party. Just started. This is Atanga George from Teshi. Hey, Mr. Atanga. Jody Johnny. I'm a Chelsea fan, but big thanks to 𝐒𝐏𝐎 for cutting everything short for me yesterday. It may hurt me more seeing the demolition exercise happening at Emirates Stadium. My first time thanking 𝐒𝐏𝐎. I think Chelsea need to offload half of their players next summer. I am Sarkodie money made inside Afenya Mataheko. I think Josiah didn't watch the game. Because how can you say you didn't know how Arsenal took a 5-0 lead? They were too good for Chelsea and they will easily beat Leverkusen in Europa League competition. Nanedu was a prophet yesterday. He said Arsenal would not score less than 3 goals. And it came to pass. I enjoyed part 2 yesterday. Greetings to Nana Ofe. I not mean pass him. Well, good morning, Mutala. I'm so happy to score Chelsea. Chelsea is the Satan in my life. It is me, 99 from Tema Community 9. I love your show. My best radio show in the world. Max Sports, no size. Leicester City are a win away from qualifying for the Premier League. I am Philsman from AS Angleme. Josiah, your team do yawa. Propaganda man. Anything, it's also there. Anything, it's your turn to speak. Mutala always counters you on the show. We say Thomas is not any player in Arsenal team, please. Only like a Chelsea manager is the fresh. I'm not getting your message. We say Mutala and your crew. Good morning to you all. Do you know that the English FA who have been destroyed? Okay, so you are saying the English FA have destroyed the Chelsea team because they let the owner Abramovich go. Brother from Ewutubo say. We thank God for another day. To me, I don't agree with Nanedu saying that there's no team in the world currently that can score Arsenal 4 goals. They said they will try my team, Madrid, and see. They say that they should try my team, Madrid, and see, and they will smell pepper. Isaac Edu from Odoko. We say my name is Narrow Street from Ebri. Good morning. I now understand the reason why Pochettino has not won anything in his career. Hey, please read my messages. Good morning, Max Boss. In fact, Chelsea need a coach and a striker. If Pochettino continue to stay at Chelsea, he is going to destroy their record. Emmanuel Tete from Pram Pram. Majesty from Pong. Also yesterday, Chelsea loss was from those 2 center backs. After I saw the lineup now, Pesoka, I said to myself, Chelsea will lose comfortably. Super awesome. Happy birthday to okay. We all my birthday shout outs. Dear Max Boss, Arsenal will play good football, but they will never win anything. Jonas from Sogakope. I always side with Josiah, but today I want to reserve my comment because I can see he's confused. Chelsea dominating possession and losing 5-0 means they were better on the day. He should just put sentiments aside and do proper punditry because we are listening. Tria, the so-called Arsenal that could not score a limping Bayern Munich. Arsenal is just an ordinary team. On a good day, Chelsea will beat Arsenal anyhow. Evans Goku Nananum from Mepe Volta region. We say, good morning, Max Boss. Arsenal dismantled Chelsea yesterday, and I'm extremely happy because Chelsea fans talk too much. This is Caleb from Afenia, Hala, Madrid. My name is Kofi from Ahriase Kriapem. Alvarez of Man City versus Ronaldo from Brazil. And from Portugal, Alvarez is ahead of them in terms of trophy. Alvarez won the Champions League, Club World Cup, but Ronaldo from Brazil couldn't. And Alvarez again won World Cup, but Ronaldo from Portugal have it. Is it true? Leicester will win the championship. Okay. Pochettino has to leave because how can you start Disasi and Badashir ahead of AS Silva and Chalobah? Let Josiah know that his team is not younger than Barca and Madrid. But look at what the young players are doing over there. He should stop deceiving Chelsea fans. Forza Barca from DJ Bass inside La. Mutala, please help me answer this question. Is football about goals or possession? Listen to you live from Akwete Man, from Nana Yao Usu Bempa. This one says Chelsea gave 5 billion passes and lost 5-0. Sami Kazola from Spentes. I am very happy Arsenal won by that margin. Trust me, Arsenal is winning the league. Manuel from Odoko. There's no point to make. I think your pundit got it wrong. In football, you can have 99% possession, but if you lose the game, even by a goal margin, your possession is nothing. Pound sterling from Tema International School. Manchester United won against Coventry, yet they were laughing at Man U. If you said football is about winning, Josiah is confused. Josiah is confused. Give him some water to drink. Eric Ten Hag Jr. from Tantra Hill. My name is Lil E. Josiah is speaking with emotion. How them go give your team 5-0 and you are talking like this? Chelsea are the definition of, oh no. Please. I am the see make to me kind messages Libium and county try waba. Yeba and I said they will be our fees them. Yeah, they are abroad. Don't go nowhere. We will return in a short while.
89.7 Mats FM 89.7. 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 Mats FM.
Than Arsenal.
Yes.
Chelsea had more possession than Arsenal.
In terms of ball, but if you are passing the ball around,
that is why Chelsea missed more chances than Arsenal. That should tell you another twist of the game.
Arsenal had 44% of possession.
Chelsea had 56. Yes,
27.
Chelsea completed 630 passes.
Oh. Goal attempts. Arsenal had 27 goal attempts. Chelsea had 7. Shots on goal. Arsenal had 10. Chelsea had 1.
Yes.
Shot off goal. Arsenal had 17. Chelsea had 6.
Go to the passes they completed. Go to passes completed. And check the number of passes that this Chelsea so-called awful and dreadful Chelsea team completed against Arsenal.
Total passes. Arsenal had 497.
Chelsea 630. So what from 400 to 600. Look at the difference. Look at the gap.
You can pass the ball sideways.
Chelsea were not passing the ball sideways. Once again, Chelsea, their Achilles heel, their bane this season was what came to it. Because at the end of the 90 minutes, they missed 3 big chances, which if they are converted, it would have been a more respectable scoreline. That doesn't mean Arsenal were the superior,
of course,
side.
It was a tactical approach.
It was for tactics. Now I come to if Chelsea travels to the Emirates, and gets more possession than Arsenal, complete more passes than Arsenal, something we know Arsenal for, and miss more chances than Arsenal should tell you something.
Which
just don't look. You see, I've been preaching this thing for a long time.
27 goal attempts.
I've been preaching this thing for a long time. Sometimes the score lines we see aren't the true reflections of some of these games.
Okay.
And yesterday's game was a typical example where the scoreline wasn't a true reflection.
Why?
So Arsenal fans shouldn't look at that scoreline and feel that they are on top.
But if you are not being purposeful with the ball,
I mentioned scorelines against Arsenal and a team, so-called big team. Every single team in England, I show more than 5.
It doesn't matter.
It matters. City I show them 6. Chelsea I show them 6. Manchester United I show them 8. So this is no news.
Now so we are just a high score.
And America just said this is no news. This is no news.
And I'm
this is no news.
United have been Mutala, 6 before.
I'm saying it again. This is no news. And all of a sudden, the Chelsea team players are not good enough. What is special about these Arsenal players? Were they not the same players over there when Mikel Arteta took over and they finished 8? Sometimes sometimes the way we exaggerate. Look at this young Chelsea team.
You call them young?
They are still young. Are they not young?
They are.
Then they are able to go to Emirates. Emirates and string 143 more passes and 133 more passes than Arsenal in such a game.
What is the use of passing when you don't score goals?
You see, this is a coach. That's why I always tell you, when I put Chelsea here and I put United here, I'm looking at a coach who is doing something extraordinarily well.
Which is?
But he only needs luck on his side.
No, you need luck.
Sometimes in football, you need luck. Sometimes you need luck. See, they are just... Andra, be honest. She goes now. Arsenal, be honest with yourself. That's what Kai Havertz boy or boy, now Boba, now Kurim. Ben White or Bona Bobby.
Apart from the Ben White goal,
see, these things do happen.
It doesn't happen.
See, these things do. I'm telling you, that these things do happen. And you see, one thing affecting the Chelsea team is confidence, low confidence.
But how can a team be lucky 5 times?
Oh, it happens in football.
After 5 goals, lucky.
Or say lucky goals over share. And I'm just saying, how can it?
These things happen. Listen, no context. I'm saying that sometimes these things do happen. Where a team will just shoot. And will end up scoring.
We'll just shoot.
Or they shoot and they score.
Or